Fair use. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. November 7th. Let go and let God. Praying only for knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 96. When I let go and let God, I think more clearly and wisely. Without having to think about it, I quickly let go of the things that cause me immediate pain and discomfort. Because I find it hard to let go of the kind of worrisome thoughts and attitudes that cause me immense anguish, all I need to do during those times is allow God, as I understand Him, to release them from me, and then and there I let go of the thoughts, memories, and attitudes that are troubling me. When I receive help from God as I understand Him, I can live my life one day at a time and handle whatever challenges come my way. Only then can I live a life of victory over alcohol in comfortable sobriety. Courage to Change One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, November 7th. Alcoholism is a family disease. It affects not only the drinker, but those of us who care about him or her as well. For some of us, much of the thinking that has been passed down from generation to generation has been distorted. By my presence in Al-Anon, I have committed myself to breaking these unhealthy patterns. As I continue to attend meetings, I begin to heal, to find sanity and peace, and to feel much better about myself. I am no longer playing my old role in the alcoholic system, and so the entire family situation begins to change. Ironically, when I give up worrying about everyone else and focus on my own health, I give others the freedom to consider their own recovery. Today's reminder: one person's recovery can have a powerful impact on the whole family. When I take care of myself, I may be doing more than I realize to help loved ones who suffer from this family disease. There is a quote from Living with Sobriety, and it reads, "If one person gets well, the whole family situation improves." Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, November 7th. Feeling God's Will. I sincerely believed that a higher power could restore my sanity and that I would stop trying to figure out what God's will was. Just accept things for what they were and be grateful. The longer we stay clean, the less surely we know what our higher power's will for us is, and the less it matters. Knowledge of our higher power's will becomes less a knowing thing and more a feeling thing. We still practice the 11th step faithfully, but rather than look for signs from our higher power, we begin to rely more on our intuition, trusting our feelings about what will make us comfortable. After staying clean a few years, what we do seem to know is when we are acting against God's will for us. When we are going against God's will, we get that old uncomfortable feeling in our gut. That queasiness is a warning that if we continue in this direction, ahead lie many sleepless nights. We need to pay attention to such feelings, for they are often signals that we are acting contrary to our higher power's will for us. Our 11th step clearly states the true goal of prayer and meditation: improvement of our conscious contact with the God of our understanding, bringing us clearer knowledge of our higher power's will for us and the power to carry it out. We know God's will most clearly by how it feels, not by signs or words, and it feels right. Just for today, I will pray for the knowledge of my higher power's will for me and the power to carry it out. I will pay attention to my feelings and act when they feel right. Today, Emotions Anonymous, November 7th. Reflection for today. There are predictable stages of growth, and when we go through them, we are left feeling exposed and vulnerable. In the past, many of us shut down the process of growing, for we did not wish to have these feelings. How lonely and bored we became while trying to remain in control. The program has helped us see our need for growth. Now we are able to understand that feeling exposed and vulnerable is part of a healthy healing process. We embrace our growth periods with gratitude more quickly. As we are open, we become more of what we are capable of being. Meditation for today. May I remember that to gain my own identity, I must surrender my certainty. Today I will remember each growth process I encounter and meet head on gives me the gifts of freedom, spontaneity, and aliveness. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. November 7th. Step 6. By now we have stopped punishing ourselves. We are asking God, as we understand God, to help us become entirely ready to have these defects of character removed. BRB page 215. We used to beat ourselves up over things that we couldn't control. To help cope, many of us practiced compulsive behaviors. Some were more destructive than others, like using drugs, binging and purging, or getting high on controlling others. Healthier hang-ups like excessive exercise, TV or sports, or being social butterflies may have been more acceptable, but ultimately made us almost as miserable. Some of us felt a rush when we did something compulsive. Then we minimized the consequences in order to survive. Eventually, we realized these things made us miserable and compromised our quality of life. When we begin to uncover the roots of our self-punishing behavior, we see our defects for what they are, and we become entirely ready to have them removed. We realize that instead of numbing the pain, the only way to become whole is to work through it. We ask our higher power to lead us to a better place. As we do the work, we can make a list of our defenses and dialogue with our inner child about how to give them up. We can reassure those parts of us that are still acting out that they are now safe and no longer need to find ways to escape. The affirmation reads, "On this day I will do all I can to help my inner child feel safe and loved. I now work through my problems instead of going around them." Please share, subscribe, like, And most of all, be the you that you are created to be. And if you are unsure of who that is, take the time to find out. Your life is yours, and you are worth it. And remember that you are not alone, and that recovery is absolutely possible, one day at a time.